Good morning, Bucknutters. It's Thursday, May 22nd, 2014. This is the Bucknuts Morning 5. I'm Dan Rubin. Got a great show planned for you today. Bill Kurelic will check in with the latest on tight end recruiting. I've got an extended soliloquy on the state of where we're at with recruiting and the two recruits and all the chatter about that. And we'll get into detail what we have coming up on the site today, including one of our staffers making a quarterback pick to Ohio State on the crystal ball. When you're talking depth on Ohio State's roster right now, it's hard to argue that tight end might be the deepest position on the team in terms of talent and quality. With Jeff Hireman, Nick Vannett, and Marcus Baugh on there, you have three future NFL tight ends. Who could be the next tight end to join the fray here in Columbus? Bill Kurelic checks in for that.
Chris Clark, Hale Hentage. Those are the two tight ends the Buckeyes really want to land for this recruiting class. You can put them in any order you want, Hentage, Clark, whichever way you want to put them, but those are the two guys that the Ohio State staff would absolutely love to have in their 2015 recruiting class, and Buckeye staff definitely wants to land two great tight ends for this class. They may end up with only one, but two great ones is the goal. Now, will they land Clark and Hentage? I think percentages are high that one of them ends up at Ohio State, but percentages are low that both of them end up at Ohio State. As to which one would end up at Ohio State, I think it's pretty close right now. I tend to favor Clark slightly being a Buckeye over Hentage, but it wouldn't shock me at all if it turned out the other way around. The reason I don't think both end up at Ohio State is that both are familiar with the Ohio State recruiting tight ends and all, and as Hentage has told me, when you look at what Ohio State has done with the tight ends, they really haven't used two tight ends a lot at the same time. Simply, there may not be room in Hentage's and Clark's minds for two great tight ends to get on the field together a lot at Ohio State, and that certainly could play into their decisions. Neither one of them is at all afraid of competition, but they both know that, again, they want to be on the field a lot, and certainly Ohio State would be happy just to land one of those two great tight ends, and then perhaps maybe get a Miles Boykin to go with one of those two. And, of course, Jackson Harris would be a great addition as well, although I don't think Ohio State's chances are great there. But if they can come away with either Clark or Hentage, like I think they will, then certainly that would be great for Ohio State.
Okay, there's been plenty of chatter on the state of recruiting and the fact that we have two players committed right now, and that's a very low number for this time of year. I wanted to talk about that for a sec. There's also been some chatter about how Penn State's pulling ahead because they're offering guys playing time. That's the way they're doing things. If that's the case, and how is Alabama doing it? They have the best class going. Here's my hypothetical. Let's say Justin Hilliard comes to see a game next year. He's tight with Raekwon McMillan, and he sees Raekwon McMillan on the field. He sees Curtis Samuel on the field. He sees Dontre Wilson and Von Bell and possibly Eli Apple on the field. That's the Bama model. You get guys in here who are five-star guys, and you show them that if you're talented enough, you're going to get on the field early in Columbus and have a chance to play for championships, not just to rebuild an old tarnished image. Keep in mind that Ohio State is in the mix for multiple hat dance guys. These are the 5 stars that want to have the ceremony, etc. Once you make the decision to go after those guys, you got to know it's going to take a little bit longer to convince them. And every one of those guys is the type that believes they can get on the field early and play. When they come to Ohio State next year and see a boatload of youngsters on the field contributing to a national contender, that is going to sell them, and I have a feeling we won't be complaining about recruiting halfway through October. Okay, on the site right now, Alex Gleitman, recruiting expert extraordinaire, has made a crystal ball pick for an Ohio State quarterback, and it is Travis Waller. Get on there and ask Alex why he did that. The front row is the way to do it. In Bill's Buzz this morning, that was put up late last night, he's got the latest on Jordan Whitehead and Sean Crawford. We'll have the boarding house coming up today, and also J-Book's latest outside Columbus. Let's have a great day, Bucknutters.